My dear students of class 8A and 8B, welcome to my class. Today's teaching, the same lesson, but points are 6 kingdoms. Although I taught you, once again I would like to re-explain certain points. The Sikh kingdoms and the Marathas. You know, the Sikhs under the able leadership of Guru Gobind Singh. Who was Guru Gobind Singh, you know? Guru Gobind Singh was the last and 10th Sikh Guru of the Sikhs. Guru Gobind Singh was the 10th Sikh Guru and the last Sikh Guru of the Sikhs. You know, the Sikhs were peace-loving community. They were peace-loving race. They did not want to antagonize anyone without any reason. They were peace-loving race, peace-loving community. But they realized that because of their peace-loving nature, some of their enemies were trying to occupy certain areas of their states. That's why they should do something through which they could protect their sovereignty. Now, who felt it? It was the last 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh, last Guru of the Sikhs, 10th Guru of the Sikhs, Guru Gobind Singh felt it. He realized it, that something should be immediately done in accordance with the protection of the Sikh race and Sikh community. That's why he strengthened the military system under the Sikhs, the military systems. He brought so many weapons to be used during the time of war against their enemies. You know, the Mughals started occupying certain areas of the Sikhs. That's why 10th Sikh Guru introduced the system of strengthening the military power of the Sikhs so that they could protect their kingdom by themselves. The system by which he started chasing the Mughals and other enemies by using a number of weapons, by using many storehouse, by constructing a number of storerooms where they could keep all their weapons they could use against their enemies. That system was known as Khalsa, which was introduced by 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Gobind Singh. And afterwards, another effort was done by another Sikh leader. Who was he? Another Sikh leader, he also did it with a view to protect the interest of the Sikhs. The first one, you know, the Sikhs under Maharaja Ranjit Singh. The first one, Guru Gobind Singh, and the second one, Maharaja Ranjit Singh. The first one, 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Gobind Singh, and second one, Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Now, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, what did he do? Maharaja Ranjit Singh organized a group of the Sikhs who were divided into 12 groups, and each group had one leader. The Sikhs had divided into 12 groups, and each group had one leader. But Ranjit Singh realized that all 12 groups should be united, and he also realized it that the 12 groups should have been united earlier, but it was too late. But still, he did not leave any hope and left no stone unturned to get them united. How? How did he do it? By establishing his control over the 12 missals. He interacted with all groups of the Sikhs by visiting various places from village to village. He started as a great organizer, protector, helped them at the cost of himself and gained their faith. And by this way, each and every group of the missals accepted him to be their leader, and ultimately the 12 missals got united under the leadership of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. That time he was not he could not assume the title Maharaja. That time he was only Ranjit Singh. But after having done that work, Ranjit Singh declared himself the ruler of the Sikhs and strengthened the economic stability, strengthened political importance of the Sikhs, and also made a new Sikh state under his leadership, and then he assumed the title Maharaja Ranjit Singh. And then next point, missals and Khalsa. Already I have mentioned what is missals, because Maharaja Ranjit Singh got all the missals, 12 missals united, and then declared himself the leader of the 12 missals, and ultimately he declared himself as the ruler of the Sikh dynasty, and also made a separate Punjab by strengthening it. And Khalsa, what is Khalsa? Who introduced the system of Khalsa? In the beginning I taught you, it was the last Guru of the Sikhs, Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th Sikh Guru of the Sikhs. Guru Gobind Singh introduced the system of Khalsa by strengthening military power of the Sikhs. So, our last point, that is very important, my dear student, last point, last point, the Marathas. The Marathas, the Marathas under the leadership of Shivaji had become very much powerful in India. It was due to the wrong policy of Aurangzeb. Maratha leader Shivaji gradually became powerful. But Aurangzeb also tried his level best to suppress all invasions, all expeditions of Shivaji. The expedition, whatever he made against the Mughals in order to capture, in order to reoccupy the territories and forts which once under their hands, Aurangzeb decided not to get it in the hands of the Marathas. To some extent, Aurangzeb succeeded, but at the same time, Aurangzeb was defeated. The army, the Mughal army in some wars was defeated by the Marathas. And Aurangzeb was a very optimistic ruler and decided to suppress Shivaji at any cost. That's why Aurangzeb took many expeditions against the Marathas in order to teach Shivaji a good lesson. But ultimately, Aurangzeb failed to do so, and ultimately, Aurangzeb died broken heart while crushing the influence of the Marathas in the Deccan. And then, after the death of Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb, after the decline of the Mughal Empire, Shivaji fought against the Mughals. Mughal Emperor weak successors, and ultimately, what empire once Shivaji was constructed by means of his own efforts, by fighting against the Mughal and fighting against the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb to free the Marathas from being under the rule of the Mughals. Under the leadership of Marathas, Shivaji declared himself as independent and carved out an independent kingdom near Pune. Pune, now the present Pune. Pune was the capital of the Marathas during that period of Shivaji. And ultimately, Shivaji occupied many important forts which were once under the control of the Mughals, like Bijapur, Golconda, and later on the Marathas went to become important rulers in the southern part of India. After the death of Shivaji, the Peshwas became powerful. The prime ministers controlled over the region. The Peshwas sent a group of soldiers, a group of Maratha soldiers in various parts of India in order to establish their control over there. Under the guidance of Marathas, under the guidance of Peshwas and Prime Minister, the Maratha army reached here and there, raided many areas and occupied many important places where the regional kingdoms had been enjoying their independent rights. The Marathas reached there, and by this way, many important places came under the Maratha control. It was in the west, Malwa and Gujarat came under the Maratha control. In the north, Punjab and Rajasthan came under Maratha control. In the east, Bengal and Orissa came under Maratha control, and in the south, Hyderabad and Mysore came under the Maratha control. So by this way, the Marathas established a strong empire and started dreaming to be the rising power of India. And ultimately, the Marathas under the Peshwas, and after having raided many places, some important places which had not come under Maratha control, but yet Maratha had established their influence over there. Why and how? By making them agree to pay two taxes which were imposed on the states like Bengal and Orissa. The Marathas raided Bengal and Orissa during the time of Nawab Alivardi Khan, and ultimately Alivardi was forced to sign a treaty with the Marathas and agreed to pay two taxes imposed by the Marathas on Bengal and Orissa. The two taxes were Sardeshmukhi and Choud. The Nawab of Bengal, Alivardi, was very much anxious for being raided by the Marathas from time to time, twice in a month, and the miserable conditions of peasants, farmers, and common people. In order to establish peace, happiness in the state, Alivardi was compelled to sign a treaty with the Marathas and also accepted the demand of two taxes they imposed on Bengal and Orissa, Sardeshmukhi and Choud. And by this way, in some states where Maratha had not established their political control, simply they imposed taxes and made them agree to pay their taxes, Sardeshmukhi and Choud, and to accept the Maratha sovereignty. Ultimately, some states accepted their proposal and agreed to pay Choud and Sardeshmukhi. By this way, after the death of Shivaji, the Peshwas, the prime ministers came to power and started raiding various parts of India in order to establish Maratha control over there and in order to make an independent Maratha kingdom throughout India. Next day, the remaining part, and before that I would like to say the teaching of the lesson which is going on through online. If you have any confusion, let me know. I shall help you as far as possible. Thank you.